first of all, I want to be Mark Gold, don't you? Oh my gosh. I want to be like Mark when I grow up, you know? And I wish my mom were here to hear all these comments that Dr. Colasordo said. She'd finally believe, that I did something with my life, No, so President and Dean Colasordo, distinguished guests, fellow colleagues, invited guests of friends and family of our class, and of course you, the class of 2014, welcome to the celebration. Thank you for entrusting your lives to us for the past 4 years. A special thanks to my whole family down in the Rio Grande Valley, not out yet, in La Jolla, Texas, my beautiful wife, Beatrice, and 2 of my kids that are here, Alex and Mariana over here. I'm very happy to celebrate this very special occasion with you. I was pleasantly surprised when I got a note from Dr. Colasordo who said you were selected as the commencement speaker. And then I'm walking down the halls in Herman, the Cross Bridge, and Mark Gold stops me and says, hey, you have several months. I think it was like 6 months at that point. I said, boy, that's a lot of time. And then it was like, oh no, it's here, it's now. So as I researched the topic, because I knew it was getting closer, I realized that the shortest commencement speech was 2 minutes, the longest 6 hours. And I decided, oh, this is good. This is good. You'll be glad to know I'm going to fall more towards the 2-minute side, okay? So if we want to set a record, though, I could stop right now, or we can go for 7 hours. No, we're not going to do that, okay? So I guess the time has arrived. Yogi Berra would have said it best, if I could paraphrase him, is I want to thank the class of 2014 for making this speech necessary, okay? I would have thought that after 20 clinical correlations, post-labs, clinical, from the neurology clerkship lectures, you guys would have been tired of me. But I was pleasantly surprised that, you guys are here. So take out your clickers. They're under your, no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That's an inside joke. No, nobody else knows. So all kidding aside, being selected your commencement speaker this year has been the greatest honor in my life, to be honest. I mean, that's very, very special. And one day, you guys will be in a position and realize, wow, that means a lot. I want to take this moment, because I'm just me. I'm just a country boy also with a different accent than Mark. I'm from way down south. He's up this way. But we have a lot in common. But I thought, what could I share with these guys? You guys are so darn smart. And you guys press us as faculty. And it's like, man, these guys are smart. But something has to be said with experience, something that we could share with you. So I'd like to share some of these ideas and what has helped me be successful in my career in medicine. I too, as you know, graduated from this school, and that was about 16 years ago, okay? He told the year. I didn't want him to tell the year. But anyway, I will not speak to you about upper motor neuron or lower motor neuron lesions, okay? I won't ask you who Brown and Sicard were, okay? I won't ask you what cranial nerve deficits you'll see in a sagittal sinus thrombosis, okay? We won't do any of that. I also am not going to talk to you about healthcare reform. That stuff changes, and it's going to change again. You need some take-home messages, okay? I know I speak on behalf of all the faculty here, all the hardworking people in student affairs and educational programs, and we are all really proud of your accomplishment. A special thanks really to Pat Caver, who really is in the shadows and does so much. Now that I'm in student affairs and admissions, it's incredible how much this woman does. So I want to acknowledge her. Thank you. We really have witnessed a bunch of kind of young adults kind of in suspended adolescent stage, because that's what we are at that point, right? We haven't really had a car, all the stuff that we usually have, and lots of energy, lots of enthusiasm, and here you are now, really focused and really ready to further your education. What a momentous time, right? You're ready to care for people. That's humongous. You've had an incredible education with the best facilities, the best support staff, the best teachers, nurses, and colleagues, and you guys have been an incredible class. Whether you realize it or not, you guys, From the moment you guys were babies and toddlers, you guys were training to be a doctor, okay? You didn't know about that. Your parents didn't know about that, but that's what you were doing. From the thousands of, if not millions of right decisions that you guys made in grade school, high school, and college, you guys made it here to medical school. And now it culminates in receiving a doctor's degree in medicine. Isn't that incredible? Now you do have many, many people to thank. Your family, your teachers, your friends. You cannot underestimate the role of other people you've met along the way. You had to be selfish up to this point, right? Study, 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 study. Now it's going to be time for you guys to give back. Give back to your loved ones, to your patients, your community, and medicine in general. You've chosen an honorable and respected career. Medicine will be what wakes you up in the morning and puts you to sleep at night, and maybe during the day also, because you're going to be so tired. Now, Dr. Colasordo likes to state that it costs $1 million to train one medical student. Is that right? No. More. Okay. No, it costs a lot of money. And, you guys haven't even seen one patient on your own yet. Imagine what you guys are going to be worth in just a few years. Now, what you guys are going to be confronted with a bunch of naysayers, okay? There's all these people, oh, medicine isn't what you should do, and all baloney, okay? I'll give you an example. When MRIs came out when I was a fellow in neurology, and it was a bunch of neurologists were like, oh, no, what are we going to do? They're going to localize a lesion for us, because that's what we do as neurologists, right? Localize a lesion. And it was like, oh, no, we're going to, lose jobs and things like that. It turns out that was the best thing that could have happened to us, because now we see Chiari malformations that people have that never knew that they had them. We identify unidentified bright objects, UBOs in people's brains. We identify, ectopic types of tissue and all kinds of things. So we are guaranteed. The same is going to happen in each of your specialties. So don't let the naysayers turn you off. You're doing the right thing, okay? It's worth mentioning the exploding field of genetics, because the same thing is happening there. Chromosomal microarrays, whole exome, and genome sequencing are helping us diagnose patients with previously unknown conditions. Now, genetic testing does not have all the answers. Sometimes it gives you too much information, and you guys are going to be talking about this a lot more than us. You have a sheet of things that says it could be this, 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 and this. So you have too much information, but you don't have enough information. It's going to come down to you examining the patient, taking a good history, and then making your assessment and plan. That's what's going to make the difference. So you're not going to get away from that, okay? No computer, no robot, no device, or any test can replace what we do, okay? So we are indispensable. Now, we are constantly changing. All you have to do is look at my picture, my graduation picture, 6 years ago. It was a lot more hair back then. Now, you should not expect to stop learning and growing after graduation. It's going to be the time to start using and expanding the knowledge base you have now. Now, each of you is starting a career, not a job. Okay? Now, the NFL is not National Football League. It's not for long, because the NFL career is 3 years. You guys are in it for decades, okay? I'm going to keep going. My wife says I have to work till like 80, so I know I've got a long way to go. So this means you're going to be a lifelong learner. You'll have to keep up with changes to help your patients. Now, let me tell you, what is it that I enjoy about medicine? Because that's why I have a smile on my face, and that's why you see me all happy. I enjoy helping patients make the most of their lives. It's about giving every patient 100% of your attention and efforts and making them feel like they're heard. I enjoy being me, and I enjoy humor. I enjoy teaching not only our students and trainees, but our patients. As you know, I like teaching using stories, right? Parables. And because they're easier to remember, and storytelling has a long track record of in history of transmitting, information. So I think it sticks. I enjoy working with teams, and that's what medicine is. A typical day on the wards, I'll go in, we'll see a patient. You may have presented a patient, a resident, a fellow. We go examine the patient. We make our assessment. We speak with the nurse. We then might speak with the physical therapist, the occupational therapist. We then will go look at an MRI and speak with the neuroradiologist. And then after that, we'll go look at an EEG and we'll talk to the epileptologist or the technologist. Then after that, we'll talk to the people who consulted us. And that's wow. And despite all that, or at the same time, as we're going through the day, there are people that are cleaning up after us, feeding us, administrators that are making sure that everything works. That's a team, okay? Nobody goes alone in this, and you should never think that you will. Now, I enjoy the art of discovery. The excitement of describing a new disease is beyond words, right? Just wow. Having the opportunity to interact with world-renowned scientists and be able to contribute to science is just incredible. Most importantly, knowing that these same scientists are human just like you is humbling yet motivating for us. The easy stuff has been figured out. The hard stuff has been left to you guys. I enjoy getting to know not only patients and families, but getting to know my fellow colleagues, okay, out here, and pick their brains. I like to pick their brains. Kind of funny that a neurologist would say that, right? Who would have thought that Dr. Red Duke and I and Mark have a lot in common? Holy moly. Who would have thought that Dr. Heinrich Tagmeyer and I had so many common interests, though his German is better than mine, okay? Or how about Dr. Semyon Ryson and sharing his stories about Russia, and picking Carlos Moreno's brain about how can we get the Hispanic culture more engaged with the medical school. And of course, seeing my boss, Dr. Butler, work his tail off at the sweet age of over 60, that's all I'll say, and making us really, really, maximize, our learning. The list goes on and on. The people I work with and around have become my family, and what an interesting family I have, I tell you. All of these things are available to you guys now. Challenge yourself mentally, physically, spiritually. Remember that you are a role model, okay? What you say and how you say it, even when you're dead tired, make a lasting impression. That little kid that comes into the room and you're tired post-call and you're a grouch may have turned somebody off medicine or something like that, or you may turn them on. This is when you show your professionalism. Now, a few other words. Have mentors along the way, and you don't have to lose mentors to gain more mentors. Prioritize what you do and keep the important things in your life important. Take care of those people and relationships that keep you going. Remember that it's difficult to attain material things and success, but I'll tell you, it's even more difficult to maintain those things and success. Be honest and be a person of integrity. Avoid the sense of entitlement. It will not help you, but alienate you from what you could and should be doing. What you do when no one is looking is more telling about you when all eyes are upon you. Remind yourself that every person has a sense of dignity, whether rich or poor, educated or not, physically fit or not, mentally strong or not. My father made it to the 5th grade, but he's one of the smartest guys I know. Don't confuse education with intelligence. You may not be able to change the entire world. However, you can change the immediate environment and make a difference. Internship and residency training is going to be tough, no doubt. You'll be asked to take call, write papers, miss holidays, clean up messes, amongst many other things. In trying situations, I like to remember what Viktor Frankl realized. No one can take the last of human freedoms, the ability to choose one's attitude in a given circumstance. A positive attitude is always better than a negative one. Wherever you go, there you are. That's a Zen saying, right? But boy, that's not true, right? We're texting and we're tweeting and we're twittering or whatever you call it, You're never there where you're supposed to be. I propose that we say, wherever you go, you should be there, okay? So if you're on rounds, be there, learn about the patient so you can become a better doctor. Don't miss that moment, okay? Be there not only in body, but in mind. Every day, you should be thankful for the things that you have and the things you don't have. That's what we pray at night with my children, because as a neurologist, we know that some of those things you can have are not good, and the things you don't have can also not be good. Be persistent, be passionate, be patient, and positive. Look after your physical, mental, and spiritual being. Read and watch inspiring stories. Let your lives be a testament that you practice what you preach. When faced with challenging situations and taking care of patients in difficult situations, remind yourself, if not you, then who? It's not uncommon. We're on rounds and we have a kid, it was non-accidental trauma, and the kid's near death, and they say, how can you continue to do this, Dr. Mancias? And I'll turn to them and I'll say, if not you, then who? Somebody that doesn't care? You're gonna find yourself in that situation, and you're just gonna have to remind yourself, if not you, then who? Now, I know you guys are ready for the next step in your training, and this is another start, not an end. I'll give you an example about my match day. During match day of my senior year, I went up there expecting that I was gonna go to New Mexico. That's where I wanted to go. And then I opened it up, and it wasn't such a big thing as it is now, but it was inside. And I opened it up and it said, Little Rock, Arkansas, University of Arkansas. There's nothing wrong with it, right? But it was like, it wasn't what I expected. I said, what's an Hispanic young man from the Rio Grande Valley gonna go do in Little Rock, Arkansas? Because I had these ideas about Arkansas, right? And some of them proved to be true. No, I got to know so many people. I did a lot of transport on the helicopter. I doubled my salary. I think our salary was like $16,000 just by doing transport. And I had fun, and it was a blast. I had so much fun that after I finished all my training, I actually went back as an attending for 2 years. I left because my wife, who's from Mexico City, 20 million, 22 million people couldn't live in Little Rock, so we had to move back. But that was probably the only reason. And of course, I loved our school, you know. So you do have many challenges before you, but oh, so many opportunities to excel and shine and help some people along the way. It's important where you came from, but it's probably more important where you're going. I think I'll close with some words from 1 Corinthians 13, if you allow me to read this, because it's special to me. If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels but do not have love, I'm only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I can move mountains but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. I wish you the best. Thank you for having chosen me as the second commencement speaker. And I guess we can call this my last lecture to you as a class. Thank you very much. Pedro.
Thank you, Pedro, so much.